We have different ways to look at the inventory. For a supervisor, it's an assurance that the production line will not stop. For a store in charge, it's a lot of items to manage. It's natural we tend to label inventory as good or bad. I will ask you your opinion, but before that, let's go through the concept of inventory from a beginner's point of view. Suppose I am a manufacturer and I received an order from my customer. Now I pay the money to procure the raw material required for the order. I process them into finished product and then dispatch it to the customer and get the money plus profit. This is the cycle. The problem is the customer has to wait for maybe a few days, but that's not okay in a competitive world. So based on past few orders, I decided to keep some of the raw material handy with me so that I could save on the procurement time and deliver the final product to the customer a few days earlier. That also means I have to invest some of my money in advance to build the stock of raw material, that is inventory. But I'm okay to put some money in the system, since this way I'm ahead of the competition. Now the customer expected the lead time to be reduced further. So again, based on the past orders, I started to keep some finished products with me. Now whenever I receive the customer order, I have the final product ready with me which I can immediately deliver. That's the power of inventory. But again, I have to invest more money in the system. Now imagine the business has increased. The product range has become wider and I have to keep n numbers of different raw material in my store and similar number of finished products in my warehouse. Then someone told me that if I buy in bulk, I will get great discounts. So I bought more. Then someone advised me to buy the raw material now because it will not be available at this rate during the off-season. So I bought even more. Now imagine the huge inventory I have and the amount of money I needed to borrow from the banks and the interest I have to pay. Now my problem is not the lead time anymore. My worry is to sell the inventory as soon as possible so that I can receive money plus profit from my customers and pay the interest to the banks. You see, the longer I keep inventory with me, the more interest I have to pay. That means with too much inventory in my hand, I have to either settle with the less profit or increase the product price. Can you see the problem? If I have no inventory, lead time will be high, customers will not buy product from me. If I have huge inventory, my cost will be high and the customers will not buy product from me. So it makes sense, number one, to work with the bare minimum inventory, and number two, to keep converting it into final product and selling it to the customers. I think now you can see why lean manufacturing and flow are so popular concepts. We will talk about them more in the coming videos, but before ending this video, I want to share one question that I generally receive from my students. Is inventory good or bad? Now, it is for you to decide.